Hello, and welcome to the first of many Ask the Expert interviews where we talk about all things involving healthcare, finances, free resources, and other important senior-related topics. I'm David Moss. I'm the publisher of Senior Life Publications, servicing the Tampa Bay market and everything that you need to know about healthcare-related services.
And I'm Stephen Halstead with Oasis Senior Advisors. Welcome, and I want to thank Village Inn, 4th Street North here in St. Petersburg for hosting us this morning. Listen, holidays are right around the corner. If you haven't ordered your pies or your meals for your family so you don't have to do any cooking, now's the time. Give them a call. Today we have Alan from Devoted Healthcare. And Alan, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Give us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. My name is Alan Horner. I'm a licensed sales agent. I've been in the Medicare industry now for over 10 years, and I've been with Devoted since Devoted originally moved to Tampa Bay. So I'm one of the original life agents or life insurance agents. So Devoted is a very interesting, and the reason I went with them, a very interesting Medicare Advantage plan, because our mission or our mission statement is to treat people like family. So let me elaborate on that. We want to treat our members like you would want your own mother and father treated, basically with respect and care. And at Devoted, all of our employees are always thinking about the right way to help our seniors. And that's what we do. Our mission is to benefit our customers through our benefits of our plans, the network of providers that we offer, and of course our customer service.
Awesome.
That's great. There's really something that we kind of want to dive into. We always ask one of our podcast guests, what's that one thing you really want to emphasize, Alan, that you're finding out a little bit more now that open enrollment's happening? Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yes, it's very, for our seniors, believe it or not, Medicare can be confusing. And we try to simplify the complicated. We do that with our sales agents in the field. We also do it through our customer service reps. We call them guides. And what we try to do is help them any chance that we can, answer their questions, simplify it, and make sure they're getting all their benefits that they're entitled to and that they need. So that's kind of how we work our Medicare program.
It's so confusing. And I know people have a lot of questions, and we're going to get them your information so that people can give you a call. But what is the most asked question this time of year? So it's open enrollment, someone's thinking about applying or maybe changing a plan. What's the most asked question?
It's very interesting. They ask, of course, they want to know your benefits and your cost. All Medicare plans have some co-pays.
That's right.
We try to keep them low. But one of the top things I always get asked is, how do we service the customer? I hear it time and time again. People will say, I was on hold for 30 minutes, then they transferred me to somebody and I was on hold again, then I got disconnected and I have to start over. And Devoted, when we first started this company, did the research and found out it was the #1 complaint from seniors. So as a company, we fixed that. We actually have our customer service reps. We're not in a hurry to get you off the phone. Our customer service reps will actually give you their extension. So if you want to call back, you can talk to the same person. And we go into detail about their plans and make sure they understand their benefits before we hang up with them. So it is our #1 thing that we provide, and it is an issue because seniors get very frustrated when they're on hold for long periods of time.
And so would I be. So
Yes.
I understand.
Makes sense.
Well, I know you're dealing with all sorts of different kind of issues and all sorts of different kind of questions. So is there something that actually dig in a little bit deeper? Is there an example particular that you might have come across lately that there was a problem, maybe you didn't know the answer? It sounds like you do know the answer to a lot of questions, but it sounds like, can you give us kind of an example, Alan, of what you're talking about?
Nobody knows all the answers, and then we have sources to go for that. But there are things in the senior market, sometimes they're looking strictly at your benefits. They want to know, what am I going to get? Because in the Medicare Advantage world, we offer more than basic Medicare. Basic Medicare takes care of your health. In the Medicare Advantage world, we offer dental, we offer vision, we offer hearing. We offer something at Devoted called Devoted Bucks and Devoted Health Plans, or Devoted Healthcare things, where we give money towards being fit and being healthy. So a lot of those things are out there that people need. But the most important thing that we look at is their health. And I'll give you an example. It happened just last week. I had a person who wanted to go with our plan, but she was in the process of going through chemotherapy for a cancer treatment. And I had to tell her, as much as I would love to have you as a member, we can't do that until you get a clean bill of health. Then you can look at our plan. But you don't ever want to interrupt somebody's medical treatments and try to change something in the middle. that's not good care for the customer. So we always look out for the consumer or our potential member first.
Right. That's amazing. And so I think a lot of people don't think about those things. I know I wouldn't have, and I've even tried to change health care plans in the middle of, things going on. So how has COVID affected the way you do business?
Well, it has definitely affected, I think, the way all of us do business. With COVID, for example, now when we meet with our clients, many times we meet them outside. We always wear our masks and our PPE protections. Many people don't want to meet, and we can do applications and things over the phone, but we prefer that face-to-face because then we can really read their body language and make sure they understand what we're saying. So I think consumers are scared, and that's just human nature. But I also think that they're coming around and things are starting to get a little bit more back to normal. You talked about changing plans. That's an important part of Medicare. We are right now in the middle of what's called AEP, Annual Enrollment Period. Every year, Medicare recipients can change their plan for the first of the next year. It starts October 15th and it ends December 7th. And you can change your plan, and that will take effect on January 1st. So it's very important to our seniors, even with COVID out there, to make sure they have the right plan with the right doctors and the right hospitals. Medicare gives them a out, which I love this part of Medicare. In the first quarter, from January 1st to March 31st, if you made a mistake, let's say somebody picked a plan and maybe it wasn't quite what they thought it was going to be, a Medicare Advantage member can make one change to their plan or go back to original Medicare, and that's what they will have for the remainder of the year. So there is a safety net for our seniors. So if they do want to try something different, they don't have to be too scared because they have till March 31st to make a change. And then the last thing, Medicare always offers something called SEP, Special Election Period. That lets people that have some certain situation happen change their plan. And I'll give you an example. A simple one is you live in Chicago and you move to Tampa. Well, your Chicago plan is not going to work.
Right, it's not going to happen.
Move to June. So what Medicare allows them to do is change to a local plan, and that will be their plan for the remainder of the year, and then it goes back into AP, that repeat cycle. So we're there for our seniors every fall to help them make the right decisions for January 1st.
That's great information, because I always wonder when you do relocate, obviously you have snowbirds retiring. They're going to come obviously to Florida to, live out their golden years. So I always kind of wondered how that happened. So great information. Thanks, Alan. But also, what are the three things that if I'm going to look for a healthcare plan, I really need to kind of look at? Do you have anything that really say for somebody that's coming in looking and said, hey, I need to get this plan? What are those 1-3 things that I would need to probably look at first?
Okay, well, the first thing you want to look at is if your provider network or your provider services. So if you have a particular doctor or you have a specialist that you need to see, or maybe a hospital that you really like, you want to make sure they're in network. That's the first thing. The second thing is most of our seniors are on fixed incomes right now. So is there a cost, and what is the copay, and what is the max out of pocket? Those are important things to ask, and most seniors are up to speed in this. They ask those questions. The third thing, as I mentioned earlier, comes back to service. Probably the number one complaint I hear from seniors is, I can never get an answer, or when something doesn't work out right, I get this roller coaster of trying to find out why I got billed this, why this wasn't covered, what happened. And those are the things that Devoted we try to solve. We actually want to make it as simple as possible for our clients, our members, to get the answers they need and to get forward. They want to live their golden years. They don't want to be spending their time going through paperwork.
We've got active people out there who want to stay active.
They want to get in, out, and go off and do and live their lives. So,
and most Medicare plans, we offer silver sneakers, and we offer all kinds of fitness. At Devoted, we offer fitness bucks, where we actually will give members up to $150 to put towards whether it's fitness equipment for the house, or to take a Jenny Krager Weight Watchers class, or to even just do a Pilates class, things like that. We're trying to keep them active. We want to keep them healthy, and we do a lot of preventative work. We want them to take their diabetes screening, their cancer screenings every year, because if we catch things early, we can prevent major problems. We can keep them minor.
Yeah, I love how you kept interaction there and being proactive. That's great to get everything healthy and get them involved in their own health care.
And most of them
and that is so important. Yeah, they want to be active. They want to be moving around. So
awesome, awesome information.
Well, is there anything else I can answer for you?
Well, I don't know about us, but I know that if people out there need to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Best way to reach me is, my name again is Alan Horner. My phone number, it sounds like a mistake, but it's not. 727 424-2424.
Easy enough.
424-2424. I'm based right here in Pinellas County.
Yeah.
And I do free consultations. I'll answer their questions. And there have been situations where I sat down with a potential member and had to say to them, my plan's not right for you. I always go back to that philosophy. What would I want that person to do for my mom and dad? And I make sure that I treat them properly. So with that, check out Devoted. We're an up-and-coming plan here in the Tampa Bay market.
Alan, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I'd shake your hand, but we're not allowed.
One last question. A lot of our viewers are going to know, what can you say to them, or is there anything particular on anything that's going on? Because a lot of our viewers and a lot of our readers with Senior Life Publication and also with the podcast too as well, always looking for a discount or looking for a deal. Is there anything you can do special?
Well, all of our plans have either no or low copays. All of our plans have very low pharmaceutical drug costs, because that's, in many cases, we subsidize it. Plus, there's also a lot of generic products out there that people can use, so they're not paying the high cost of drugs. And then the last thing is just benefits. I mentioned that we do certain things to keep them healthy. We actually give them $25 Visa gift cards if they get a cancer screening, if they get a diabetes screening. We give them $20 if they get a flu shot. We want to encourage them to be preventative. And in today's world, every little bit helps.
Every reward, right? Get that carrot. And well, I love how you encourage, not only are you giving them sort of information on helping them, be interactive and proactive with their health, but also you're giving them gift cards and other incentives, which I love to have you, talk a little bit more about, because I think that's why a lot of the people who are going to be watching this really want to kind of emphasize on, because, hey, everybody wants a little bit something extra. So
well, in the Advantage world right now, a lot of us give extra things. I mentioned earlier on that we do dental programs, we do hearing programs and vision programs where we'll pay for glasses, we'll pay for dental procedures up to a certain dollar amount. We even go as far as, when it comes to healthy things, we offer acupuncture at no copay for our customers. Anything that might help relieve pain, help them keep them more active.
That's great.
So we're always looking at things like that. One last thing I'll point out, and this is my favorite thing that I promote to every single senior. In our plans, in all of our plans, we offer the button. We call it jokingly, I've fallen and I can't get up button.
That's how people know it, right?
It's how people know it.
That's how I know it.
And we offer it to people, but this year, we actually have gone a step above. We give them the button, we pay the monthly fee, but the new ones now are GPS based. They're like a cell phone. So if you're out for a walk in the park and you fall, you don't want them coming to your apartment or your house to pick you up. They need to come to where you are. So it's one of my favorite things. It's offered to every single member, and I highly encourage them to get it. You wake up one day and you're feeling a little lightheaded. Maybe you don't normally wear it. Put it on that day, because there's nothing worse than falling and not being able to get up. Excuse the pun.
Actually, and actually probably going to happen, but Alan, just wrapping up, we want to thank you for coming on. Great information. Stephen, you want to ask any other questions?
I wish I was able to sign up.
Yes. I write it every day, and I wish I had Medicare, because the Medicare programs are quite good for our seniors. They really do look.
And what's the deadline for them to actually sign up?
By December 7th.
By December 7th.
If they sign up by December 7th, they'll have their plan on January 1st.
And that's pretty much, how long does that take for them to get qualified? Like,
if they sign up in
15
December,
minutes, 20 minutes, to kind of go through that whole process? Or
we have to go through the process of explaining it. Sometimes it could take up to an hour depending on the questions they ask. But Medicare is very precise. We have to go through and explain all the specifics, because we don't ever want to mislead our seniors. We want them to understand everything they're entitled to, and also what maybe that's not in the program. So we do that, and I'm very thorough. I want to make sure they understand it. But then as a sales rep, I'm always there for them to call me, or as I said, our customer service guides answering the phone in 30 seconds or less, 80% of the time. That's a phenomenal service, and my clients love it. They absolutely do.
I bet they love you too. So it sounds like you really have a heart.
I have a good connection with them, because I do literally look at them like I would look at my parents.
Family. Yep. So, Alan, we just want to thank you so much. Wow, what a great opportunity to get really to know and dig in a little bit deeper about what open enrollment really is and what devoted healthcare plans can do.
If I can help anybody, I'd be happy to do it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. If you're interested in knowing more about our free podcast, go to Ask the Expert on YouTube and on Facebook too as well. Or you can also get a free subscription to Senior Life Publications. You can get in touch with me on my cell phone number, 727-430-5180. Thank you so much for joining us.
I also want to thank, once again, Village Inn 4th Street, St. Pete. Call and order those pies for the holidays. And they actually have 2 other locations. They have one at Bay Pines Boulevard across from the VA hospital, as well as on Walshingham Road in Largo. So no excuses. Thank you guys for watching.
Have a great day.